Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and here we are. It is a Mix It or Make It Monday, and I am making it with a mix this Monday. And this is the cubed pork mix that I'm using for the meal tonight. And this meal comes from the Make a Mix Over 300 Easy Recipes for Every Meal of the Day. I have this book, and then I ordered a book. But if you look online, you just have to look online. They're no longer in published, but I know a lot of people have been able to look online and find them. But this recipe is on page 202, and it is the pork chow mein recipe. And I'm doing it because I have these chow mein noodles I want to use up. And I've got cubed pork mix, and I actually had most of the ingredients here. The only thing I think I had to get was the water chestnuts. But here's the thing. It's super easy. The thing I love about these mixes, and I will in the description put a link to the video where I made this freezer mix because they are so helpful. They're awesome. But what it's going to take for this recipe is 2 cups of the cubed pork mix, which is actually in the bag that is separated out is already 2 cups, so I don't have to measure it, and it's thawed in the refrigerator because it came out of the freezer. 1.5 cups of water and 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now that is going to go into a skillet, and it's just going to be simmered over low heat for about 5 minutes until it gets nice and hot. Now the other ingredients you have is 4 tablespoons of oil or margarine. I've got margarine, 4 to 5 celery sticks sliced diagonally. I kind of did them sort of diagonally, about 1/4 inch thick. A cup of thinly sliced mushrooms I have here, and an 8-ounce container of sliced, drained water chestnuts. And then it wants 4 green onions, fine, and 2 cups of fresh bean sprouts. They had bean sprouts at the store, but they were nasty, so I didn't get them. I was going to pick them up when I got the water chestnuts, but I did have a can of bean sprouts, so I'm just going to use that instead. And because it's not fresh, I am going to put in some peas just to give it that fresher green look. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take the let me do this for you in my skillet. Let me move you over. There you go. I'm going to take the cubed pork mix, put this in the skillet. This is so good. The flavor is phenomenal. On its own, you could just heat this and put it over rice or mix it with some noodles, and you got dinner. But I wanted to try this, this pork chow mein. So there's going to go the soy sauce and then the water. Okay? Now, I'm going to put this over on the stove, and I'm going to simmer it until it gets good and hot. Then I will take my other skillet. Let me get this going here. And put this on lowish. Then the next part is to take a medium saucepan, and then I'm going to heat the oil or margarine. I'm going to add the celery and saute that until it's, until it's nicely kind of a crisp tender. And then after that happens, I'm going to add the fresh mushrooms and the water chestnuts, and I'm going to saute that for just a couple of minutes. And then at the very end, I'm going to add the bean sprouts and the onions. So first, while that's heating over there, I'm going to go ahead and get my celery going. So I'm going to put this butter in here. I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to saute the celery. And then I'm going to bring my pan back over here and show you what I'm going to add in next. Okay, I wanted to show you, I'm just thinking ahead. I'm waiting for my butter to melt, but see how liquid that is? I am going to go ahead and make a little bit of a cornstarch slurry just in case I need that for this to thicken up. Now, when it heats, it may thicken up just fine, but just in case, I've got this cornstarch ready to go, just in case I need it. All right, now I am going to add, you add the mushrooms and the water chestnuts. But I am also going to add those peas because they're frozen, and I'm going to let them work in the with this while it's heating for about a couple of minutes. So this is going to go for a couple of minutes, and then after it's all heated through, we'll add the onion and the bean sprouts. But for now, I'm going to go put this on the stove, and I'm going to let this sit there for probably. It says 2 minutes, but I've got the frozen peas in there, so I'm probably going to go 3 or 4 minutes and make sure everything's thawed and it's hot all the way through. All right, the vegetables are done. Took about 5 minutes to heat it all the way through. So now I'm going to add them, see all those veggies, and I'm going to add these. Oops, I have to call Snickers. I dropped a couple peas. Okay. I'm going to add all the veggies in there and mix this around. I like that I added the peas to give it that nice green color, and I did add a little bit of the cornstarch to kind of thicken it up, or it would have been too runny. This would be great on noodles. You can just mix noodles with it. There's going to be a lot. There's just the two of us, so I'm actually going to freeze some of this for later. Now I'm going to sprinkle in the onion, the green onion, and the bean sprouts. There we go. I'm going to mix that around. Now I'm going to take this back to the stove and I'm going to heat it all the way through, and then we'll come back. All right, there you go. I've got it dished up. Looks great. I am excited about this. I'm going to taste a little bit of it for you. Take a little bit, and I'll tell you what my plan is for this. Is why I didn't cut this recipe down. That's really good. Ooh, I like that. Okay. My plan for this is I'm going to freeze this, and I've got some cool freezing containers I'm going to show you about. I'm going to do a product review, but I'm going to freeze these in like 1 or 2 cup containers. And then my plan is to take this out and use it with a nice beefy broth and noodles, and make like a chow mein noodle soup this winter. So that's what my plan is for this, because I think it would freeze well and do that. So I hope you guys give these meals a try. I love making my little make-a-mix things, and this looks yummy, and it is good. And so I hope you give it a try. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.